What is this, Sumana? Look at this. This is a goat. Now look at this, Sumana. Buffalo. This is a plant.
This is a plant.
This is slide. This is a small plant. Chair. Small chair. Classroom board. Fan. Deer. Swan. Table. Books. We see many things around us. Some move on their own while others need something to move them. For example, look at this tiger, elephant, lion. All these animals, they move on their own. They move on their own. They can walk on their own. They can stand on their own. They move on their own. But table and a chair move only when you push or pull them. When you push or pull them. Table and a chair move only when you push or pull them. So, we can divide things around us into two groups: living things, non-living things. Living things are plants, animals, human beings. Plants, animals, human beings. Non-living things are chair, table, rocks, sand, hills. So, we can divide things around us into two groups: living things, non-living things. Plants, animals, and human beings are living things. Plants, animals, and human beings are living things. Chair, table, rock, sand, hills are non-living things. Chair, table, rock, sand, hills are non-living things. Now it is activity time, bingo's activity time. Think and make a list of 5 living things and 5 non-living things you see on your way from school to home. This is the activity done by student. Living things. According to Sumana, she has seen on her way back to home mango tree, dog, uncle, birds, cats, etc. For non-living things, she has seen gate, stones, shops, scooter, bus, and many more. Now, you come up with your own list of 5 living things and 5 non-living things. There are many differences between living things and non-living things. Plants, animals, and human beings are living things, and these living things need food to get energy. and to grow. Some animals like goat, horse, deer, giraffe eat plants. Some animals like cheetah, leopard, tiger, lion eat flesh. Human beings and bear eat both plants and animals. Bear and human beings eat both plants and animals. Animals depend directly or indirectly on plants for their food. But plants prepare their own food. All living things grow using the energy they get from the food. For example, bud grows into flower. Then the flower becomes a fruit. Example, pomegranate fruit. Then baby grows into young boy or young girl. And then the boy grows to man and the girl grows to woman. Baby grows to young boy or girl, and then the boy becomes a man and the girl becomes woman. Baby grows into a boy. Then the boy grows into a man. Chick grows into hen. Cub grows into lion. A seed grows into sapling. Sapling grows into plant. And then plant grows into tree. These are seeds. These seeds, when we sow in the soil, they grow into sapling. Sapling is very small. When it comes out of the earth, a very small baby plant. And this sapling grows into plant. Like this. And this plant grows into a tree. A fish breathes through a special structure called gills. Fish, with the help of these gills, fish will be breathing. We human beings breathe through lungs. And frogs breathe through skin and lungs. Whereas insects, they have tiny holes on their body. With the help of these tiny holes, the insects will be breathing. Plants breathe through stomata. This is the leaf blade. Underneath the leaf, small tiny pores we can't see with our eyes. Those tiny pores on this leaf, we can see them only through the microscope. Through these tiny pores, the plant or the leaf will be breathing. These tiny pores are called stomata. The human being's lungs are there either sides of the chest. With the help of these lungs, which are there inside the body, the human being will be able to breathe. We human beings will be able to breathe with the help of our lungs. All living things show movement. Living things move from one place to another place. For example, animals and human beings. They move from one place to another place in search of food, water and shelter. Animals and human beings move from one place to another place in search of food, water and shelter. Some plants we can see the movement. For example, the plant touch me not. Touch me not plant. The moment you touch the plant, it closes itself. So this shows that plants also have the movement. We can see another example of this plant, sunflower. Sunflower plant, whichever side there is sun, that side the flower turns its head. The flower turns its head towards sunlight. So this shows animals, human beings and plants have movement. All living things feel. For example, many plants shed their leaves in autumn season. When the autumn season comes, the plant shed the leaves. And when the spring season comes, the plant bears the flowers. These plants respond to the changes of the season. Similarly, human beings and animals also respond to their environment. For example, during the hot summer season, we feel very hot, and winter season, we feel very cold. We wear woolen clothes, and in rainy season, it will be very cold. And if you see the dog, a dog hangs out its tongue when it feels hot, and an elephant fans its ears to keep itself cool in summer. And some birds migrate from one place to another place as a response to change in the weather conditions. When the weather conditions change, these birds move from one place to another place. Living things have a life cycle. They are born, grow up, reproduce and die. So living things have life cycle. They are born. When they are born, they are babies, and slowly they grow up, and once they get married, they'll reproduce. Children are born again and they become old, and finally they die. So this is nothing but the life cycle. Look at this mosquito life cycle. Mosquitoes lay eggs. The eggs hatch into larva. The larva grows into pupa, and finally the pupa grows into mosquito. So this is the life cycle of a mosquito. Similarly, plants also have a life cycle. Some plants live for only 1 year. Some plants live for many years. But finally, from baby plant, they grow, they become plant, then they become tree, and after few years they grow even more older and they die. Again the baby plant comes from the roots. So this is the life cycle of the plant. All living things die one day. They have a fixed lifespan. Only for a few years, for fixed whatever lifespan is fixed for them, only for those many years, more or less, they will be living. After that, the living things will die. All the died ones are called dead things. For example, let us take the example of a wood. When it is a tree, it is called trunk. And when this tree is died, when it is no more, the same trunk is called as wood, W-O-O-D, wood, because it is a dead one. Now when you see this tiger, it is alive. When the tiger is dead, it is called dead body. When living things are no more, when they are not surviving, when they are dead, when their lifespan is got end, when they are no more, they are called dead things. Similarities between living and non-living things. When you observe living and non-living things, they both are made up of some material. For example, the body of human beings and animals. Our body and animal's body is made up of skin, bones, flesh, organs. When you see the non-living things, they are made up of plastic metal. So, both are made up of some material. That is the similarity. And the next similarity between living and non-living things is they both occupy space. For example, if you take a dog, it occupies space. And take a table, even table occupies space. And another common similarity is they both means living things and non-living things, both have weight. Let us take the example of dog and table. Dog, when you weigh, it has weight. Table also has weight. Then they both, that is living things and non-living things, both get affected by weather conditions. For example, heat, cold and rain affect our skin, and the same things also affect metals and wood. So that's how it has become the similarity. Once again, shall we see the similarities? The first similarity is material. They both are made up of material, and it both occupy space and have weight, and both are affected by weather conditions. There are two kinds of non-living things, natural and man-made. When you see naturally they are there on the earth, but they are non-living. For example, the sun, the moon, clouds, rivers, mountains. So they are natural, non-living things. Why are we saying them non-living things? Non-living things do not need food. They do not grow. They do not breathe. They do not feel. They do not reproduce. They don't have life cycle. And they don't die. So they come under non-living things. So the non-living things are divided into two parts, natural and man-made. So the natural, the sun, the moon, clouds, rivers and mountains. And when you look at man-made means made by man. Chair is made by the carpenter. Table is made by the carpenter. Book is also made by a person, made by a man. Pen is made by a man. Anything which is made by man is called man-made things. Anything which is found naturally and don't grow, don't feel, do not reproduce, do not have life cycle, and they don't die, they all come under natural non-living things. Children, let us have a quick recap. Once again, we are learning about the things around us. The things around us are divided into living things and non-living things. So when we look at living things, what are living things? Plants, animals, human beings. They all come under living things. Why do we call them as living things? Living things need food. They eat. And living things grow from baby to man or baby to woman or from seed to tree. And living things breathe. Living things move. They move from one place to another place. Living things feel. Living things reproduce. Living things have life cycle. Living things, one fine day after the fixed lifespan, they die. And non-living things, example, chair, table, rock, sand, hills. These are the examples of non-living things. And these non-living things, they don't need no need of food, they don't eat food, they cannot grow, they cannot breathe, they do not move, they do not feel, they do not reproduce, they don't have life cycle, and they don't die. And the non-living things are again divided into two parts: natural living things, man-made living things. The natural living things are the sun, the moon, the clouds, rivers and mountains, and that's it. Then man-made things are made by the man. It can be a chair, table, book, pen, or bench, basket, fan, light, board. These are all man-made, non-living things. Now it's the time to do the bingo's activity. Bingo's activity time. Identify the features of the following things, children. Here already the features like growth, movement, reproduction, respond to changes, nutrition, breathing, living or non-living. All these 7 features are given. Let us see example of ant. Does ant grow? Yes. Tick mark. Does ant move? Does ant move? Yes. Ant has movement. Does ant reproduce? Will it give birth to another ant? Yes. So, right mark. Does ant respond to changes? Yes. Whenever there are changes in the season, the ants will respond according to the seasons. Nutrition. Does ant need food, nutrition, vitamins, minerals? Yes. Does ant breathe? Yes. Is ant living or non-living thing? It is a living thing. Now, let us see the example of glass. Does glass grow, children? No. So we have to put the into mark. So just see here. Does glass move on its own? No. Put the into mark. Glass will give birth to another glass? No. Glass changes, responds to the seasons? No. Does glass need nutrition? No. Does glass breathe? No. Is it living or non-living? Non-living. So in the same way, complete the squirrel, car and butterfly from the page number 8.